FM News Talk 97.1. On demand audio.
You're listening to Allman in the Morning. Common Sense Radio.
Good morning, you bunch of drunks.
Hey, Dave, thanks for calling the show. What's going on?
Oh, not too much. Hey, I just wanted to ask you your opinion on how you thought the debate. I thought Romney looked great last night. I think he made our beloved president look pretty silly. I was reading some blogs this morning. Some of the swing states, some of the states like Cleveland, I mean, everybody that was posting, it was all about Romney. It was pretty much negative about Obama. I really think Romney making him actually look like the true amateur that he is. What do you think?
Totally agree, Dave. And as I pointed out earlier, for a lot of people who were sluggish on Romney and didn't believe he was really pulling a lot of weight, they were convinced once and for all last night. I think it was clear Obama phoned it in. And I think it's also clear that Obama is not used to and has not been used to anybody standing next to him and challenging him on his policies and on the policies that are destructive to this economy. And he's not used to it. He clearly wasn't. And for an incumbent, yeah, sometimes it can be hard because they do spend 4 years where they're somewhat insulated and totally in control of their message. But it's been double that for Obama because the media has been kissing his ass for 4 years. And as Mike pointed out earlier, the debate he had with McCain, it was just a runaway win because McCain was so weak. So it's been actually 5 years since Obama has really had anybody in his face in any way, shape, or form, even in interviews and whatever else. Obama is immature, and he thinks that the entire world is kind of like The View because that's the way he was raised, too. I'm sure he was a spoiled, rotten brat. And so he conveys that in a situation like this and then gets just run over. And he seemed he couldn't even muster up much energy here. Oh, by the way, I'll give you I think the best comment on the night was actually from Van Jones, where Van Jones described the Romney pizzazz and how essentially he served to steal Obama's soul. It was fantastic.
I think he thought he was going to go and have a conversation with the American people. I think he took Romney too lightly. I think he did not expect Romney to be able to throw that kind of heat. But much more importantly, Romney was able to out-Obama.
Yeah. I mean, Obama might as well have just simply yawned a lot during the whole debate because it seemed like everything that came out of his mouth was really not as much about policy or as much about his plans, but it all seemed like one big yawn. Here's Obama trying his best on the whole economic patriotism thing. It's like
we embrace a new economic patriotism that says America does best when the middle class does best. And I'm looking forward to having that debate.
Yeah, I mean, he's had said that 1,000 trillion zillion times on the campaign trail. And on a debate, you need something just a little bit more. Romney was off to the races immediately in terms of owning Obama when he actually tried to do something nice for Obama, and that was wish him a happy anniversary.
And congratulations to you, Mr. President, on your anniversary. I'm sure this was the most romantic place you could imagine, here with me. So congratulations. This is obviously a very tender topic.
Congratulations. Now bend over.
Occasion over the last couple of years of meeting people across the country. I was in Dayton, Ohio, and a woman grabbed my arm, and she said, "I've been out of work since May. Can you help me?" Ann yesterday was at a rally in Denver, and a woman came up to her with a baby in her arms and said, "Ann, my husband has had 4 jobs in 3 years, part-time jobs. He's lost his most recent job, and we've now just lost our home. Can you help us?"
Yeah, now, he kept on with a lot of these anecdotal pieces, and even when I was debating Jaco on this matter, you can sit there with all your stacks of papers and all your so-called facts that come out of your HP LaserJet, but nothing tells the story more about the economy than the stories of real people and real Americans who don't have any other agenda but their own prosperity and growth. And so you can talk all you want about what the Center for Tax Policy says, or for this center and that center and the Huffington Post says, but until you talk to real people and get their real experiences, you're not hitting anything with the American people. And Romney did a really good job of articulating that. Now, speaking of facts, though, Romney was also really hardcore when Obama made his claim that I guess he thought he was going to get away with, that he has increased natural gas and oil production.
Mr. President, all of the increase in natural gas and oil has happened on private land, not on government land. On government land, your administration has cut the number of permits and licenses in half. If I'm president, I'll double them.
Yeah, so, I mean... He's basically saying that Obama's a fraud when he talks like that. Here was the best part of the night, and I know the whole Obamacare healthcare discussion can appear to be boring from the outset, but one of the questions Romney supporters have always been kind of confronted with by Obama supporters is, well, Romney cares. Just like Obamacare. You guys want to repeal Obamacare, but you're electing a guy who has the exact same plan. Well, last night, Romney, in a very little short statement, essentially defined the true differences between Romney Care and Obamacare.
What were some differences? We didn't raise taxes. You've raised them by $1 trillion under Obamacare. We didn't cut Medicare. Of course, we don't have Medicare, but we didn't cut Medicare by $716 billion. We didn't put in place a board that can tell people ultimately what treatments they're going to receive. We didn't also do something that I think a number of people across this country recognize, which is put people in a position where they're going to lose the insurance they had and they wanted.
So, and those are all true. And so he didn't let Obama get away with this. Well, Romney Care. It's just like my plan. In fact, I based Obamacare on Romney Care. And Romney says, no, there's just a few little differences there. And the best one, too, one of the other best ones, I have a lot of best ones here, I guess, was when Romney said, Mr. President, this whole thing about you wanting more teachers. Ha, 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 ha.
Mr. President, you're entitled as a president to your own airplane and to your own house, but not to your own facts. All right, I'm not going to cut education funding. I don't have any plan to cut education funding and grants that go to people going to college. I'm planning on continuing to grow, so I'm not planning on making changes there. But
then he talked about the money he's spending on green jobs. Wait till you hear this straight ahead.